Make no mistake, edge processing of video and photos is better than it has ever been. It's more power efficient, it's more powerful, there's more models that you can push down to devices, and Golioth helps you to do that sort of thing. But sometimes you want your battery to last a really long time. And that usually means things like embedded processing and then sending stuff up to the cloud to use those big computers that we always keep on, also known as the cloud. Today we're going to show you how to do that sort of thing using an embedded camera, an embedded processor, a cell modem, and Golioth pipelines to send out to Azure image processing. This is an example of what we call AI orchestration, where sometimes you might want to ship your model to the edge, sometimes you want to send your data up to the cloud. And we think that that'd be able to process either at the edge, as we've shown in a lot of examples in the past, or on the cloud, as we've also shown in the past and the future. And really that decision making and that balance point for efficiency versus power versus how fast you react to something, that ability to turn that knob is super important, and we want to enable that here at Golioth. So we hope you enjoy this presentation of taking images, sending up to the Golioth cloud, and out to Azure to process using some AI text recognition properties that they have that are super exciting, and Rick from Microsoft shows us how to do that here today. Welcome back to Golioth. I'm Chris, and I'm here with Rick from Microsoft. Hi Rick, how are you?
Hey, Chris, good to see you.
Yeah, same. We are excited to be presenting here today about Microsoft's AI services, Golioth's IoT platform services, and pushing those two things together and doing some interesting things with them. So thanks for being here. Thanks for showing us all this stuff. Thanks for setting up the destination for all the data that we're generating on my bench right now. And we'll dig into that a little bit later. Before we do that, though, could you tell us a little bit about how you operate within Microsoft and the Azure AI services?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me, Chris. So, this is Rick Jen. I'm from Microsoft. So, I'm part of the team that handles, we support healthcare customers. So, a lot of times healthcare customer upload a lot of data, including images, whether it's text-based image or, patient related to patient data. So once a customer upload is these images, we send it to the backend services. One of the interesting use cases, we leverage AI to analyze these data. Like today in the demo, we're going to see it's a text-based data, and we'll use the Azure AI Vision service and how to extract data, extract the text from your image.
Yeah. And you've shown me some, it doesn't just have to be text as well. So like, what are some of the other range of services that someone might put into the, these AI consumers of data?
Right. So usually, I can give you an example. For example, we have customer uploading MRI images. So we'll be able to process these images and detect anomalies. For example, the MRI scans of the patient's brain, and so
Super cool.
we can collect a large amount of these data and apply machine learning, and we'll be able to detect something that's unusual. For example, if there's a lump or somewhere, the doctor will be able to leverage that. That's otherwise difficult just to use human vision to detect.
Yeah. Yeah. And imagine being able to do overlays over time between different patients, just anomalies generally, right? Like AI is great at seeing the normal use case and then the kind of outside use cases. So that sounds
Yep,
like
yep,
it would be
definitely, yeah.
really interesting. Well, we're not going to be doing quite that here today, but maybe we should introduce the setup and what it looks like here. So I'll pull that in. So this is the setup we have here. And so this is a NRF 9160 DK. That's a Nordic cellular board. And then we have a camera. And yes, Golioth does work with images. And what we do, so this is actually a SPI-based camera. It's an ArduCam. There's an ArduCam here, so that basically it works well with embedded devices, as the NRF 9160 is. And so what we do is we basically are able to trigger an image. It goes up, captures the data, pulls it back down to the NRF 9160, transmits it over cellular. Normally it's this antenna, but because I'm not near my window today, it's going through an alternative antenna out to my window to get better coverage. And ultimately, it's going to be pushing it up over our connection, up through our CoAP gateway, which people don't really have to think about, but it is going through CoAP there. And it's going up to the Golioth cloud, and then it's going out pipelines. And let's take a look at what that looks like once it gets to the Golioth cloud. So this is the device and some of the logging data that we'll we'll go through live here in a little bit. But the pipeline here, this is ultimately what allows me to send data to Rick over on the Azure side of things. And so pretty similar in terms of what this looks like here. On the file upload path, we know that we're sending some binary data, octet stream type application data, and then we're just sending it out to an Azure blob storage. Rick sent me some configuration information, and it went to a container that he named Golioth. And then from there, it allows Rick to take over. Rick, what happens when it hits the Azure side of things?
Sure, sure. I know you want to take I see you have your favorite book. Want to know what's in the want to know what's in your book. So we're picking up from your pipeline, right? From the Golioth pipeline, you upload image to the blob storage container. So we have a container called Golioth. So the image will be uploaded there. So step number 2 is when the image finish uploading, it will generate an event. And on the right hand side, number 2, the function app. It's a serverless function app. Will pick up when the event happens. It will trigger the function app. The function app will go to the blob storage container, Golioth, and pick up the image and do an upload, do an HTTP post to upload through the SDK to the AI Vision OCR REST API endpoint. So this number 3 here, the operation can be synchronous or it can be asynchronous. So in this case, we are uploading a smaller image, so we will use a synchronous mode. But sometimes, you may be uploading a very large image, and it does take, for example, 20, 30 seconds to process. So in that case, we'll do a asynchronous operation. So once the result it comes back in a JSON format, and then we'll be able to insert that into Cosmos DB. And then we'll go into once the image uploaded, processed by the AI Vision, we'll be able to look up the data in Cosmos DB.
All right, so I just turned on live cloud logging as well. And on the left side here, this is just a terminal. This is just the USB cable going to this NRF 9160DK. And so it says to hit a button if I want to upload. So let's do that. On the left side, we should see it taking a photo. On the right side, we see that all of these log messages that are happening in the terminal are also being sent up to the cloud. So even if I didn't have, so if say I was out walking around with this little cell phone based camera, I could also be sending log messages up to the cloud. I could be, logging temperature data live using like DB Stream, other Golioth services here. But what you see is that we are uploading 1 kilobyte at a time, which, doesn't seem all that fast, but this is an embedded device, and ultimately it's over cellular connection, so it's going to be a little bit slower. If this was instead a Wi-Fi device, because we also have Wi-Fi devices, that would also be possible. And now we actually see that the image upload is successful, and it should be going through the pipeline. We can go back to pipelines here. We should be able to see some data flowing through, so you can see that some of the usage here has flowed through to the Azure blob storage. So we've sent 92 kilobytes of data through so far right now. So let's take a look now. It should be probably processed over on Rick's side as well.
So the function app log, we actually see after your file is uploaded to the storage container, it actually triggered the function app. It's making a call to the AI Vision backend. Okay, let's look at what's in the database. Oh, there you go. We do have a new image come in, and let's see what's captured. Hello, Eeyore, said Pooh. This is Tigger.
All right, and that's right here on the screen. Hello, Eeyore. This is Pooh. Yeah, and so in terms of what the data actually is, I mean, so it's not just that data there. It's actually all the way down the page as well, right? You've captured other stuff.
Right, that's right. And also, we also tag not just the bounding box, so that's the position of the text in the image, and also the confidence score. So you see some of them are pretty confident. I think it's because the angle you're taking the picture. So this one is for example, this one has a higher confidence score, and this one has a lower confidence score.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, and one thing we should say as well that this is very unoptimized image as well. So in terms of like the actual image that is flowed through, it's an embedded, ArduCam has a range of different things, but I did no like uh, brightness, contrast, anything like that. This is really just kind of out of the box. It's just we did better lighting than before. Rick and I tried this when I had really poor lighting, and so in terms of this is an autofocus camera, so it should be focused in on the text, but there's really no guarantee there either. This is all done without that, without any optimization. So it would be able to turn some knobs and change some capabilities there as well. Same with lensing, lighting, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I think this demo is the purpose of the demo is to give you ideas, right? So they give you ideas to think of, well, what are the other solution scenarios that you can leverage this quick demo into integrate into your solution.
That's right. And I thought we should, and as in any good demo, we should also like, just choose a random page, right? Um,
Yep.
so let's see if we can find another one with a fun animation on it. Not that one. It's too much, too much, too much. There we go. Okay, so how about this one? This looks like it's about the same. Take this one, just capture an image.
Yep. And we'll look
Okay.
at your pipeline.
Yep, it's going up now. Okay, so that's uploading right now. One thing that other interesting use cases that we've seen from Goliath's side as well. Obviously, we're doing text right now, but AI input engines as well can also detect a wide range of things, like Rick mentioned with the medical use case and kind of detecting differences. We've actually seen some interesting applications around static asset tracking. So that would be like, I I have a equivalent of like a security camera, or I have the equivalent of just a maybe a set of pallets, and I have a standard view of pallets. I can put images. I can take images over multiple days, train a model,
Hmm.
and then say, "Hey, has anything moved? Has anything changed?" Things that are humanized are actually very good at, and saying, this image is different than this image. But now, obviously, image classification has gotten much better as well.
Yeah, very interesting. And then I remember seeing someone showing a video. You're able to track animals in the wild, right? So
That's right. Yeah, that was oh, Phlox Robotics does that sort of thing. Yeah, so they're actually doing on-device edge processing there, but then they're able to then send images that are captured in addition to the edge processing up to the cloud for additional processing and model cascading and things like it.
yeah, that's very cool.
All right, so we should see another image up there now of, "Oh," said Pooh, and scrambled up as quickly as he could. "Did I fall on you, Piglet?"
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's look at the what's on the cloud side. Okay, let's do a refresh. Oh, there you go. We have our latest image. Okay, let's see what's in the text. Underneath,
"Underneath what? You," squeaked Piglet. "Get up."
there you go.
Yeah, that's great.
So this, yeah, and then we have a high confidence score too.
Great. Awesome. Well, this is
Cool.
super useful. Do you see other, in terms of the text and kind of like OCR generally is, a long-standing thing from like just thinking about people scanning books and stuff like it. But this is more, obviously we're scanning a book in a very static manner, but I can imagine that this would also be useful in a, much more kind of dynamic context, so like someone writing something on a chalkboard or, things that aren't perfect text, like the demo showing here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we have the use case we have is, for example, at the clinics, sometimes physician will, use handwriting to, how doctor write their
Oh boy, and
prescriptions.
say if Azure can detect doctor handwriting, it's basically AGI at that point,
Right,
because even
right, right.
humans
So
can't detect doctor handwriting.
there you go. Yeah, so usually, for example, a lot of times the handwritten form, especially on some of the clinics that are not haven't gone through the digital transformation yet. Some of the forms are
Sure.
still handwritten.
Mm,
So they will a lot of times they will scan the images and upload to a online service. I convert them into a TIFF image or a
mhm.
PDF,
Okay.
and then we have there's another sister service of the AI vision is called document intelligence service. So you will be able to define a form, and so based on the form, we'll know the position of the text. We're expecting a certain information from that form. We'll be able to extract that and insert it into database.
Very cool. Yeah, that's I could see how that would really reduce a lot of friction in the system. You know, things that are already a little bit slow could go a lot faster. That's pretty nice. Well, Rick, thank you so much for taking the time to build up this really cool service around it. And we always love finding new ways to have Goliath data go out to interesting destinations. That's really what pipelines is all about. And then the fact that it's on a cellular device using cameras is kind of just cherry on top. And we're able to see more and more interesting applications using both Goliath in conjunction with AI services like Azure offers. So thanks for showing that today.
Thanks for having me. Always nice to talk to you, Chris.